König Pilsner.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I've got one here that was recommended by a subscriber, and it's the König Pilsner from northwest Germany. Now, I love my Bavarian beers, as you know, but this one, it comes from the Ruhr, or the Ruhr district, which is in northwest Germany, or Westphalia, if you want to be pedantic about it. And from what I've heard, it's quite a good one. Now, the brewery is now owned by Bitburger, who own quite a few German breweries, but the ones that they own are all good beers. I've tried a few of them. They own the Kerslitzer, the Schwarzbier. That was absolutely gorgeous stuff. They own that as well. So it would appear that they all adhere to the Reinheitsgebot, and they do actually on this one. They make a big thing about it because they've got the 1516 and Reinheitsgebot written on there, so that's a really good indicator of a good beer in Germany. Now, I've been told this is better than the Veltlin's beer, which surprises me because I thought Veltlin's was an absolutely fantastic beer, and it's apparently a fridge filler in Germany, and I thought, wow, if that's your fridge fillers, what is your, what's your quality beer like? But it's got all the recommendations, it's got all the signs that it's going to be a good beer. But as I said, the actual brewery's been going since 1858. When they first started brewing, so they were brewing bottom fermented beers when they weren't popular. And they're quite hoppy as well. So I would imagine they were very similar to an India Pale Ale. But, of course, they eased up on the hops, turned it into what is now a Pilsner, and have been brewing it ever since. And it's obviously successful because they export to over 40 different countries at the moment, including America and China, which is no mean feat. So to say I'm looking forward to this one is an understatement. And they're from a place called Duisburg, which is in northwestern Germany. So I'm imagining that this is going to be lots of spice, quite hoppy, and very dry on the finish. So let's stop guessing and let's investigate the beer. Okay, it's a 500ml bottle. It's 4.9%. Obviously it says on the front, here's the label. If you can see that, it's got 1516, so there's your ingredients right there. Here's the back, all in German, which is very inconsiderate because I don't speak a word of it. But it looks good. Here's the cap. Now that cap, the logo has changed, I've been told, to incorporate the anchor in there, which is only been around, as I said, since 2004. So the logo has actually changed on this, which is quite interesting too. Anyway, let's get it open and let's see how good this really is. Right, there you go. Wow, I'm getting earthy, noble hop aromas already. And there's some sulphur as well. Let's fill it out because there's just a lot of sulphur in this, which is sort of clouding the aromas. Let's get it into the glass. Quite malty. But again, there's the unmistakable noble hop aroma. Oh, in the glass, it's even bigger. Yeah, and there's a lot of herbal notes on that as well, and I'm assuming this could be the either Tetnanga or the Hallertau hop they've got in this. I don't know. It doesn't say on the website what one it is. But it smells interesting, I will say that. So let's get it filled out. I'm pouring it into one of these tankards. I don't know what it's supposed to be drunk out of, but that does look good. It looks like a very clean and refreshing North German Pilsner. I remember the Flensburger was that colour as well. It's got some fairly aggressive carbonation on that, and it's got quite a good sized foamy white head. See if I can get some more aromas out of this. Oh, now I'm getting some lemon citrus there now too. But there is it's a strange aroma to it, which I can't quite put my finger on. It's like a vegetable type aroma. There's some earthiness coming from it too, but it's got this quite strong, I don't know what aroma coming from it. Let's see what it actually tastes like. Wow, now that is a hoppy Pilsner. Whoa, super dry finish, spicy and earthy aromas on it, and I'm assuming that vegetable, what I thought was vegetable, was the spice on it, like black pepper, but there's another spice in here that I can't quite put my finger on. But it leaves a super dry, earthy finish to it too. Wow, this is really hoppy. Really bitter for a Pilsner. There is no sweet malt on this at all. And it's weird because if somebody had given me this in a blindfold test, I would have assumed this was a style all of its own. It's that bitter. It's got none of the really big malty flavours that you get from, not just a North German Pilsner, but any German Pilsner. This is really, when I say hoppy, I don't mean like American hops. I'm talking, you know, German noble hops, like Hallertau or Mittelfrüh, something like that. Big earth and big spice. That's what's dominating on this. Now, I did say earlier about the brewery, they were renowned for their hoppy beer back when they first started at the turn of the century, but that's changed. You know, they supposedly were brewing something that was more akin to a German Pilsner, but you know, tasting this, fucking hell. God, it's earth is the dominant flavour in this. Earthy hops. And it leaves a really dry, spicy finish on it. I have to say that is a unique beer. It's definitely got character. I'm just wondering whether I like it or not, because it's the complete opposite of what I was expecting. You know, when you drink the Flensburger stuff, you get that very light. Yeah, you do get the earthy and the spicy hops, but then the malt just kicks in and it's all about the nice, sweet malt on this. But this one, this is just the hops are dominating everything. No sweet on this at all. This is very dry. Well, It's definitely different, I will say that. Now, if you look at it, that looks like just like a German Pilsner. But let me tell you, the flavours and even the aromas from this are completely different. That is unique. And now I'm starting to wonder whether they've used SARS hops in this, because I do recognise that really earthy notes from Budvar, which of course has got SARS hops in it. So I'm wondering whether they've used them. I'm not going to know because there's no brew sheet on the website, and if anybody does know, I'd be intrigued to know what the hops they're using in this, because they are absolutely massive. Typical European hops, North German hops, I'd say. So what's the verdict? Well, it's definitely unique. I don't think I've ever tasted a beer from Germany with so much hop character in it. And them hops are just, you know, they just scream noble German hops. I'm trying to work out which one. Originally I thought it might be the Mittelfrüh hops, but I'm wondering now whether they're SARS, because the more you drink and it warms up slightly, I took it straight out of the fridge, but as it warms up, it's almost taking on like a Czech style flavour to it. And I'm wondering whether they're SARS hops that are in there. But whatever they are absolutely huge. But as I said before, when I say hops, I don't mean the American style fruity hops. These are German hops or Czech hops, one of the two. I can't work it out. But they're big on their earthy notes, huge earth on them, and spicy notes on top as well, that leave a super dry finish. No malt in there at all. This is a showcase for Northern European hops. There's a little touch of lemon citrus on this, but it's not big. And I'm not sure whether I like it or not. That's really thrown me. I really don't know. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because it is very clean drinking. It's quite refreshing. It does leave a dry finish, I will say that. And just a big earthy mouthful of earth, if you like, in a good way. And I recommend it. And if you just want to taste what noble hops taste like with the earth and the spice, this really is a good way of getting that flavour. You've tasted this, what's in here, in other German beers, but it's usually mixed with big malt as well. So this style flavour has been toned right down. If you really want to get that German style earthy, spicy hop bitterness and, you know, finish, it's all in here. It's worth trying this out just for them flavours. So yeah, 7 out of 10 recommended. And remember, beer is working class champagne.